So I think we're going to get hammered this afternoon, late this morning. Anyway, so this is where I got up to yesterday with the companionway. I put this infill plate in and welded it, and I ground the welds off. And the next step for that is I'm going to reinforce around this opening, and I've got some, I don't know if you can see that there, that blue tube. Well, I've got plenty of that. I'll show you over there. Got plenty of that in stock over there, and I'm going to use that to put a framework around this opening completely on the inside to stiffen it, and then obviously on the outside I'll put the tracks for the hatch, etc. But that's what I was hoping to get done today, but it's not going to happen. This rain's going to stop me. Having said that, we had a fairly persistent shower yesterday. Lasted about 20 minutes, and looking down in the boat you can see it's nice and dry. So the covers did their job. They kept the rain out, and that was the most important thing. It's nice and dry. A lot of work still to go on the inside of this boat, even just cleaning up the rust. I know it's only surface rust, and you know, just to give you an idea, some of the rust you see inside here when I'm filming looks quite, you know, quite significant. But it's generally, because the boat is covered most of the time, it's generally just surface rust where the welds and the paint strip back, and it cleans up very quickly and easily without any major problems, and it doesn't cause any real corrosion. Whoops, no corrosion damage, which is the most important thing. We don't want it eating into the plate or the frames. With the rust in the boat, there's no point to keep chasing it all the time. You know, week in, week out. I give it a go every few months or a couple of times a year, chase up some of the rust, some of the light rust, and repaint just with temporary primer. But you tend to damage the paint, you know, you're welding, dragging steel around and that, you're just continually scratching the paint, so there's not much point in being crazy about it. You just got to be wary and make sure that none of the rust causes any major issues. Oh, the wind's picking up a bit there. Bit of a breeze. Yeah, and just keep on top of it, but don't panic too much, you know. Once I do the final clean out inside and full prime, we won't have any problems again after that. Yeah. What I have done the last week or two, which I've posted some pictures on my Facebook page, is I've installed, or I've trimmed off the bullocks down to the height I want them, and I've installed these round tube rails along the top. You can see them right along there. And we've also put in the scuppers. And with my scuppers, what I did was, I'll just zoom in a little bit and give you a look. With these scuppers, what I did is line them with 10mm round bar, and we've just got 3 at the sort of rear end. So one just below the steps, anywhere the water might pool there. One up there, and then one about, say, middle, just where those hoses are there. One about, sorry, a bit further up. One in the middle, and then just one right up the front there. We were going to put more scuppers through the side there, but looking at other boats and looking at, you know, sort of the aesthetics of it, I don't think we need more than 4 scuppers each side, and 2, it just made the boat look too, I don't know, too many holes to me. I like the look of it the way it is. I didn't want to have too many holes in those bullock rails there. Yeah, but it's coming along nicely.